morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. This is going to be a very short little video today. I'm waiting. My brother is going to be arriving today. We've got a bunch of stuff that we're still going to do. So I'm going to make a very quick little video here because his flight has already been delayed once. We're not sure exactly when he's getting in. We have had rain all morning. I mean, it's now 1 in the afternoon and we've had rain nonstop the whole morning, and I'm not sure what they're getting in BC right now, but he has already notified us that there has been one delay already and there may be more after that. So we'll see what is coming for when he arrives, but maybe tomorrow we'll get to have a chance to meet him and enjoy him. Have I got something in my teeth? No, nothing in my teeth. Thought I did. Anyway, I wanted to just say thank you so much for all the support that I have been given over the last little while. I've just had a very tough couple of days, actually more than a couple of days, almost a week. I've had a tough week, mostly of my own doing. I get into my own head, and when I get into my own head, that's not a good place to be sometimes. And I've had the loss of most of the use of my hands here. So I'm just dealing with how I'm going to get on with what I want to get on with, and how I'm going to keep myself encouraged. And I sometimes when I feel that way, I just need to contemplate. I was out yesterday for a little while with my daughter, and we went up just to get a few fresh things from Sobeys, and it became very apparent to me as I watched a young girl going into the store with very visible disabilities, and I thought to myself, I have nothing to be worried and complained about, because I'm at the end of my life to have to deal with this. She is a young girl, and she's going to be dealing with her difficulties for a lot of years, and I have nothing to be complaining about. So I am not going to keep on complaining about what I can't do. I'm going to say, okay, I can't do those things, but here's what I can do. And so far I've been able to still do dishes. So far I've still been able to hold Aurora. I can't keep up with Finn very well. He's a bundle of joy, that one. He learned how to somersault yesterday. They were over for a visit, and he learned how to somersault. So he was he was sort of sitting on the cot that we've got Gary to be sleeping on, and it was nice and soft, and he just discovered he could somersault if he was on that soft surface. So that was a new skill that he had learned. So that was fun to watch him, because then after he would do a somersault, he would clap his hands and, as if to say, oh, look at me, look what I did. And of course, we all made a big fuss about the somersault that he did, and that just encouraged him to do it again. And at one point, he was doing his somersaults on the narrow end, and he would crash into the wall as he was doing it instead of doing it at the long end. And oh my gosh, he was just so cute. And when you see him, when they arrive to the house, he recognizes the house, and he knows this is where Claudine goes by Auntie Dean, and he knows this is where Auntie Dean lives, and oh, she's a favorite. So he gets out of the car, and there is no stopping him. He is running full bore till he can get to the door to get into the house. He just loves her and just comes racing up the walkway, and then as soon as he gets through the door, he goes, hiya, hiya. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Anyway, of course, any grandmother is going to say that, she's going to say it's so cute. But anyway, we're enjoying all the time that we're getting with him right now. And of course, Cal's finished school for this session, and he's back at work and whatnot. So life is returning to normal for them as a new family of 4. And I can't believe Aurora is almost 3 months already. Like, I'm not sure where that time went in, because we seem to be waiting for a long time for her to arrive, and get home after she had arrived. And here now 3 months has gone by. It's hard to imagine. The time has really gone quickly. But anyway, so we have the furniture all changed around. It's not going to stay exactly the way it is right now, because we're making room for Gary in the dining area. So after he leaves and we take the cot out of the dining area, then of course we'll have more room over there. So right now we've got him in a cot with a room divider between him and where the table is. And then we've got the living room furniture set up, and I'm on the opposite wall. I haven't got my pictures up yet, but we'll get them up in the next few days. And then we'll be all set in my little corner. I've reduced how much stuff I have in my corner because there was no point. I can't do a lot of the stuff that I was doing on the computer, so I don't need to keep all these bits and bobs for the computer right there. I can't type anymore, so I have to do most things by dictation. And as we all know, the microphone does not accurately hear what you say, and it changes things. And one thing it can't do is it can't seem to spell my children's names. Whenever I say Khalidin or Cal, he usually gets cow somehow. They put him up as cow, and Claudine can get anything from pudding to plodding, and like it's crazy that they can't get those simple words. But those are the things that the people who know me, they know that I would know how to spell my own children's names, so they would know that, excuse me, that it wasn't me that was spelling it that way. It was this microphone that I'm dictating to. What else is going on here? The weather. It was so cold during the night. I couldn't believe it. Now, see, I have the air conditioner, one of the air conditioners up in my room. So the air conditioner wasn't running, of course, but the venting for it has the window open a little bit. So therefore, the cold, because it was rainy and cold, and the wind was just howling last night. And I was laying in that bed, and I was thinking to myself, I'm going to have to get up and get another blanket. I never did get up and get the blanket, but I sure felt like I could have. So this morning, when my home care worker was here, we decided that I was going to wear my sweater when I came down to the living room, which I was thankful for because I have worn my sweater the entire morning here, and where I have my hands open, they're cold. So I keep sitting on my hands just to keep them warm. I wanted to tell you one quick story about Gary just to get you warmed up. What shenanigans we'll get up to, I hope. I hope that we're both able to still do some of them. But anyway, we one time were in Abbotsford, which is in British Columbia, and we had gone to the grocery store, Gary and I, and we came out, and I don't know what possessed me. We were parked way at the far end of the parking lot. So we were going down there, and I was looking at my hand and everything else, and I said to him, I've got a bum thumb. He goes, what's wrong with your thumb? And I said, it's a bum thumb. And he goes, I know, you got something wrong with it. What is it? And I said, no, you see, it's a bum thumb. And I held it up, and just the way this little crack was, it just looks like a little bum there. You see, you got a little bum. So I told him I had a bum thumb. That's the type of things we get up to. We just crack ourselves up. Another thing he did when he was a youngster, I was in high school, so he'd be 3 years younger than me. So he was probably in middle school or whatever, but he came home, and he and my other brother, who's 3 years younger than him, decided that they were going to see if they could freeze crane flies, which are like long, leggy flies, freeze them and bring them back to life. I don't know if they thought they were God or what, but they thought they could freeze them, and then cryogenically they could bring them back to life if they thawed them out. So they put them in these little baggies and popped them into the deep freeze. Didn't tell Mom that they were in there. And of course, Mom goes down to the deep freeze to get something out of it. Here's a deep freeze full of these little baggies of crane flies. I tell you, she was not impressed. Get those crane flies out of here. And none of those crane flies revived. Anyway, that's my story about Gary for today. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say I hope that we have a chance to visit tomorrow, and that I'll introduce you to Gary again for those who haven't met him. And for those who have, you know what a delight he is, and we're going to look forward to having him around for a couple of weeks. We also told him we're going to put him to work because he's going to be our cook for 2 weeks. He is a fantastic cook. So anyway, he's going to cook for us for a couple of weeks, and I might even see if he wants to help me with a few projects around the house. If he doesn't, then we'll just leave him till after he's gone. Alrighty, talk to you later. Bye-bye.